Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading for December 10 through the 16th. This week I am using the gorgeous Enchanted Tarot deck by Amy Zerner. I do not make a single penny for talking about these cards. I don't get any payment for it at all. But I just want to say a lot of people always ask me every time I use this deck. And right now, last I checked on Amazon, this deck was $15. So if you want to get yourself a Christmas present, it might be a good time to head over to Amazon. And the reason why I think it's so cheap is she's about to release another edition of it. But if you look at the thumbnail with the box and the pretty little velvet pouch, all of that came with the cards. So it might be a good time to get yourself a deck. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday. Here's your Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. And then, of course, the card for love. L-O-V-E, love. All right, there's your love card. All right, guys. So let's see what's going on. Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, we have the Empress, you guys, Gemini. So the Empress is going to be, for some of you, a pretty cosmic relationship. It could be, I said cosmic, I guess I was going to say karmic or soulmate. It could be a really strong soulmate relationship for some of you. The Empress is really artistic, very creative, very nurturing. It could also sometimes be a card that comes up that indicates pregnancy. So some of you might be thinking along those lines. You might be thinking about like wanting to have children. It could also just be like independence, right? The Empress, she's the ruler. She is in charge. She is in control. Doesn't really need anything from anybody. So maybe some of you are just getting into this energy where you're trying to get your ducks in a row, get your money right, and maybe you're thinking about having a child or adopting and just being like a single parent for some of you. Some of you are dealing with a very strong attraction. You know, that's another meaning of this card. Empress could be very strong attraction, very strong chemistry. It has different meanings, and this is a general reading, Gemini, so it would be impossible for every single Gemini watching the video for this card to mean the same exact thing for every single one of you. So I always try to go over the different possibilities of the different ways in which the cards apply. So for some of you, there's this really strong pull or this really strong chemistry with someone. For other ones of you, you're coming into that Empress energy where you're like, I'm going to handle it. I'm going to do my own thing. I don't need anybody to like take care of me. And I've got a lot of ideas. For some of you, this is very much kind of like a universal pun. Maybe you are creating an empire. Maybe you're creating your empire. The Empress is the ruler of the empire. Or maybe you've created an empire and you're calling it an empress, you know, whatever it might be. But again, different ways it'll apply in different ways for different ones of you. I feel, though, that for some of you, this is a very different attraction. Somebody maybe is catching your eye that is not your typical type. And it might be teaching you a new level of respect. Or you might be the Empress and you're teaching somebody else a new level of respect. You might not be their usual type. And they are learning to honor that and to respect that. Your Wednesday, Thursday is 10 of Pentacles. So remember how I said some of you are trying to get into stability? So midweek, this might be continuing because 10 of Pentacles is very much financial stability. It's a card of having your needs met abundantly. So some of you are getting on track. Maybe some of you are getting news where you're getting some kind of a job offer or some kind of a bonus or some kind of, maybe even for some of you, an inheritance or something, where you're feeling, you know, optimistic or you're seeing things move forward. Some of you are not there yet. Some of you are still really having a hard time with finances, but something is happening in the middle of the week where you're beginning to shift your energy. You're beginning to unblock yourself in terms of your finances, and you're getting some ideas about what you're going to do to better your situation. Maybe some of you are starting some kind of a new project or business. Maybe some of you are like so over your current job and you finally have the self-confidence to go out there and to look for something better. You finally believe in yourself enough that you can do this, and you're applying for new jobs, or you say in the new year you're going to start, doing something different. Maybe some of you are stepping up to your boss and you're saying, hey, I've been here, X amount of time, and I'd really like a raise, or I'd really like to move up. I'd really like a promotion. Whatever it might be, I feel a lot of you are getting this wind or gust of like confidence, and you're like, I'm not going to struggle anymore. There's no reason why I should be struggling financially, or those of you who are self-employed, you're finding ways of bringing in new business, right? And stable business, consistent business. Gemini, please don't take this the wrong way, because I do have Geminis in my life that I love very much and that I am close to and I think very highly of. But Gemini, you all can get a little bit distracted, and so sometimes it comes off as like fickle. People who are fickle or who change their mind, or who are a little bit like a butterfly, like you're here for a little bit and then something else catches your attention and you go fluttering off elsewhere. And I think some of you Geminis who have had that habit for a long time, where you have that little, fluttering here and there energy, you're coming into stability. And people are beginning to see that about you. Whereas maybe in the past, you may have had employers or people that, I don't want to say they didn't take you seriously, but maybe they didn't feel like they could put a lot of hope in you being around. And so I think this is changing. I think a lot of you Geminis are coming into that more stable energy where you're like, nope, I'm ready for my stability. I'm ready for my longevity, and I'm showing up here. And so a lot of you are beginning to grow roots, which can be a good thing. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the Fool. And so the Fool card is about kind of taking a leap of faith, going on a new adventure, going in a new direction or a new path. And we talked about this. I said some of you are really beginning to believe in yourself midweek. And so as you come into the weekend, you're beginning to take steps to making that happen. Maybe you're brushing up your resume. Maybe you're sitting down and looking at starting some kind of business plan, or some kind of, business you're wanting to get out there. The thing with the Fool is, it's a major arcana card, so you're definitely being guided. It's like a life shift, a life purpose. You're being put on the right track for yourself in your next stage of growth, or your abundance, or whatever your life purpose may be. You're moving in that direction. So some of you have a lot of ideas that are going to be coming in that are pushing you in this direction. I also want to note that the new moon in Sagittarius that we just had, actually the new moon is happening as I'm recording this right now, this second. So a lot of you are feeling that energy. And the Sagittarius new moon is bringing us the energy of believing in ourselves and having confidence and realizing some dreams or hopes we have that maybe we haven't been paying attention to. So some of you are really getting bit by that bug. And as you're coming into the following week, you're like, I'm doing this. I'm moving forward. I'm ready for real change. I'm ready to be happy. I'm ready to believe in myself. And so you're going off in a new direction. And for some of you, this direction is very different from what other people had expected or anticipated of you. Okay, but you're just feeling in your gut that it's time to make this change. It's time to make this shift. For some of you, it's a matter of preserving your sanity and your health. For some of you, you're leaving a very bad situation or a very stressful job, or a very toxic job or relationship, but you're creating your safety net, or you're making your plan. You're making your escape, Gemini. That's what I'm gonna call it. Making it your escape. You're making your escape, right? And maybe for some of you, the Empress is that little carrot that is tempting you to make that escape from ways in which you've been unhappy in your life. Whether you are the Empress or you're meeting the Empress, you're ready for more. You're ready for more, and you are making your escape. You're planning your escape. Your love card for the week is the Hierophant. So as you're making the escape, the Hierophant says, don't get too crazy. Keep your head on your shoulders. Tried and true methods are going to be your best friend right now. Sometimes there's some cases in life where it pays to take really big risks. When the Hierophant comes up, it's saying don't take super big risks. Don't do really big risks. That thing just told you, listen, pay attention. So play it safe. So even if you're leaving a situation or leaving a relationship, you don't want to burn your bridges. You want to do it in a stable way. Some of you are having more stable relationships. Hierophant could be commitment in some ways. So some of you are coming into commitment in your love life, or coming into commitment energy, right? Like stability. And some of you are actually beginning to go to like your childhood roots in terms of like your whatever religion maybe you were around as a kid. And maybe some of you are looking to that to improve your relationship. Maybe some of you are looking at like a pastor or like a religious leader from your childhood to maybe come in and give you relationship advice or counseling. Maybe some of you are going back to church or going back to temple or whatever it might be. Those of you who are single to like, you know, try to find a partner. But there's tradition here. Tradition is going to be your friend. There's need for tradition, for stability. You know, being a maverick, it's not the time to be a maverick right now. For a lot of you. Again, this is general. Check out your moon sign and rising sign video. Check out the love reading that's already up for the first half of December for the air signs. Hit subscribe, hit notification, and then when the new videos are up for the love video or videos and the other videos I'm doing, you'll get a notification for those. The 2019 forecasts are going to be released soon. I'm having a psychic sale for the 2019 forecasts, the private ones. So check out the 2019 forecast videos when they're up, and I'll talk about the details in those videos. But thank you so much, guys, for watching, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, for letting me be part of your journey. Let me know if you need a private reading. Thank you so much, you guys, for letting me be part of everything in your life. Take care.